cheese quiche shortcrust pastry.
Why has it come up with a new format and why can't I see? Look at this. What is this?
Right.
Can I
Okay.
share it? Ugh, I need to come out. I need to manually post it. So I think what it's done is it's got rid of the big chunk of analytics that was taken out of the comments section.
Yeah.
There we go. Hi, Margaret.
Afternoon, everybody. Oh, that's fine. I need a little glass blender, don't I?
Beds are very sticky. I do need a photo of this, so
Photo of what?
the quiche.
Right. Okay.
Make it look pretty.
Well, she who should not be named is unplugged for a few minutes.
Ugh. If I go and think, oh, they can't see me. That's great.
Right. Do you want to handle the mousse?
I'm going to make some exciting festival posters at the same time.
Okay. Right, I think I'm ready. I need the butter out. Actually, I could do with having the recipe.
Keto and spice pastry. Ever best for the quiche.
Just for the volumes.
Yeah. Well, you can also, I can give you my phone if you want, but the butter is across both filling and the pastry.
Hello. Oh, suddenly saying, how's the kitchen? Yeah, it's okay. We're sort of at an impasse, waiting for another big section of the floor to dry, so just got to wait for that.
There's that if you need it.
To happen. Oh no, I don't need it. Hi Jane, how you doing? Right, okay. Put that there. Right, so this pastry, super simple. Usable in. Is this the gala pie pastry as well? It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did this initially. I can't remember now, but somebody said it about a gala pie, and I was like, "Yeah, we can do that."
It was for the goat cheese tart originally.
Was it? I thought I did it for gala pie first.
No, you made the recipe for keto and spice first.
Well, okay. So there goes my idea that I did it for gala pie first. Hi, Carol. So anyway, yeah, so the pastry, you can use it as a sweet pastry as well. So it's a sweet shortcrust pastry.
That's in Creative Bakes.
Okay, so it's in Creative Bakes. They stole my recipe.
Oh, I did not. I adapted it. Got pecans in it and sweetener and no parmesan.
However, for the savoury version, obviously no sweetener, and we had a little bit of parmesan to it. And it does help. So I mean, you know, don't. If you can, don't miss it out. Hi, Dawn. So, anyway, nice and easy. It's best to be done in a small food processor because you want to pulse it. You don't want to, you probably don't want one of the big food processors. You want something quite biddy, just to create the beginnings of the dough of the pastry. Right, so 100 grams of, and you can use either milled linseeds or ground almonds. I've just quickly ground some almonds myself. This was some blanched almonds, so just use those. So it's 100 grams. Okay. Ground almonds. Hi, Di. 25 grams of parmesan. Best if it's grated first. Yeah, I mean, obviously the quiche, you can make it whatever flavour you like, really. It's a bit light. It's just I do like a little bit of proper goat cheese. This is sort of, we're making this as a tray bake, so it's not a round quiche. I'm doing it as a tray bake. You'll get 4 to 6 portions out of that, easy. If you were doing it as a little sort of buffet item, you'd probably get sort of 12 nice slices out of it. We'll have this as like a lunch type thing, breakfast. You know what I mean? Absolutely, yes, it will freeze. Once it's been cooked, it'll freeze. Okay, so a couple of little chunks. So ground almonds, Parmesan cheese, and a bit of xanthan gum. I think it's just a 1/4 teaspoon, yeah. Just helps. This is a great pastry, Kat, great savoury. Right, so everything's in. So I'm going to blitz it just for a few seconds, just to sort of make it to slightly more of a powder. So I've got the wrong extension cable down here, so it's very short. Right, so blitz together. So we've now got the crumb. Now we start adding a bit of butter. So you do want to add the butter in chunks. You don't want to go mad with this and stick it all in one go, because you want it to resemble breadcrumbs once you've finished with it. So 50 grams of butter, it's 43, straight from the fridge. Definitely on a day like today, you want it so it's still, we're trying to break the butter up into tiny little pieces rather than blend it into a, blend it so it's smooth. Right, so that's enough. Don't be afraid of sticking the butter in the freezer for a few minutes as well if you need to. Question, are there foods that you really dislike? Yeah, nuts. I couldn't eat nuts before keto. Almost any nut. The only thing that I would eat is a Bounty bar, so coconut.
And coconuts and seed.
And coconut's not a nut, is it? As we all know. Yeah, no, I didn't eat nuts. And then when we started to do a lot of, obviously the replacement breads and, baked stuff with ground almonds, and then initially coconut flour was difficult for me to get on with. I could taste the sweetness of it. Yeah, so those sorts of things. Sprouts, however, I sort of blame sprouts on the fact of poor cooking by the family when they came out for dinner. So little bit of butter, a couple of pulses. We're not trying to warm this up. We need to try and keep this cold. We need to keep this so the butter isn't going to turn to a paste. So handle it as little as possible. So yeah, and even, I'd even sort of say any of the green veg like kale and cabbage, I was never a massive fan of them prior to, and now, absolutely love buttered cabbage and crispy kale. Right, so you can see it's just starting to come together, so we're starting to clump together a little bit. So this is the last bit of butter. Yes, mother sprout. I was trying to be delicate there, Jason, but you guessed it. Yeah. Mother would start the veg off like Tuesday, ready for Sunday dinner or something. Just to make sure. Yeah. Just to make sure. You can see a piece of butter in there. Right, enough. You can see it. It's starting to come together. Really don't want to do it more than that. Okay, if you turn it into a paste, it'll still work. It's just a bit more difficult to handle. So the pastry will still work, but you want it fairly firm. This is fairly firm. So get rid of the blender now. And again, you really don't want to be handling this, as in, you know, with your fingers. You're too warm. You're going to turn it into a big buttery mess if you do. So you don't want to handle it until really the last minute and for as little time as possible. Okay. So the coconut flour that's going in is just to sort of help bind it. It doesn't taste of coconut flour, but again, I'd say that now because I don't taste coconut flour as the way I used to. So somebody who's just starting out might get that hint of coconut flour. It's just 20 grams. Oh, hang on. I've missed the egg. Honestly, chatting away and I've missed the egg. She's doing her dream job, Jason. She's here with me. Honestly. Right, I'll start that again. So we'll edit this bit out, okay?
You're fortunate that I'm not filming this.
We'll edit this bit out. So whatever you do, don't forget the egg. Yeah. So, hi Karen. Yeah, we missed you as well. So I said, who was missing? It was like, oh yeah, Karen's on holiday. Right, okay, so add the egg and blitz for another 15-20 seconds. Again, you just want it to come together. You don't want it too smooth. Absolutely, add some seasoning into the dough at this point. It makes it much easier doing it now in the bowl. So it is obviously a bit smoother, but I can still see lumps of the ground almonds and the butter as well. Right, so as we were, it's strange watching us on YouTube. It's strange watching us permanently, isn't it, Tracy? Okay, so now we're going to add the coconut flour. So what are you making your savoury crepes out of, Kat? Don't tell anyone, Kat, but I'm seeing a professional crepe maker next week with a recipe that I want him to try. Right, now we can add the coconut flour. And it will help bind it now. So it's just 20 grams. There we go. So yeah, Ella, what is your dream job?
All of you presume I'm not already doing it.
As a chef, did you always know about low? No, as a chef, you're not told anything about sort of low carb. It's very much focused on carbs, sugar, flour. You know, everything was tended to be sort of covered in. Certainly all the sauces and all the coatings. Now there's no conversation within the catering world about low carb. Right, okay, so that might benefit from a few minutes in the fridge just to firm up if you're making it at home. So I would put it in a bit of cling film, pop it in the fridge, and just let it firm up a little bit. I haven't got time for that, and I'll manage. I'll cope. I'm not going to stress because this won't roll out and pick it up as a sheet of paper of pastry. It will want to break. It's very fragile. However, it doesn't matter because it really works when it's baked. Yeah, okay. I've seen something very similar to that one. That's one of our first recipes, isn't it? Cream cheese wraps, or cream cheese pancake.
Savoury pancake.
Savoury pancake. Yes, yeah. Yeah, we've got a recipe like that, Kat. Okay, I'm going to give this some more coconut flour. I do want to be able to handle it just a little bit. It's very soft. Okay. Okay. So we're going to roll it out. We're going to roll it so it can go into, cover this tray. I'm obviously not going to be able to roll it out into an oblong, but I'm going to be able to patch it around. Hang on a minute. I'm thinking rolling pin.
Top.
Is it the top one? Okay. Now the nice thing is, as I'm rolling this out, I can still see little flecks of butter in it. That's really what you're aiming for. You won't need to press hard to roll this out. And during the process, we're going to take the sheet of paper off. No, I've not forgotten my tea, Karen. I'll get to it in a second. So, take the sheet off. Give it a little bit of flour. And then do the same on the other side. Otherwise, you're going to really struggle to get it off the paper in a minute. Okay? So again, you probably can't see this, but I can see lumps of butter spread throughout. All I'm going to try and concentrate on is getting it big enough to at least cover the base, and then I can patchwork the sides. I'm really not having to press hard at all with this. It's very, very fragile. If it was colder, you'd get treated with a little bit more pressure. I mean, if you stop halfway, add a little bit of coconut flour, really help you. Where are we? We're almost there. We're almost there. Okay. So that one should come off nice and easy. This one might take a little bit of teasing to come off. Just be patient. Peel it back slowly. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I mean, we've got a brand new oven. It's not even plugged in yet, Jason. I think the speed and probably the efficiency, because like let's say this, I'm going to make this quiche in this tray, and it fits perfectly. So no wasted energy. It's just one tray in one device, and then I'm going to be pan frying some of the bits. So right. Pretty much got about 95% of the tray and of the overhang covered. The bits that are going to be over the edges will end up filling in the corners that we're going to be missing out. If you are a better chef than me, and I won't take too much, then you'll probably be able to get a better fit of your pastry. However, right. So straight away, the edges start to sort of break away, which is great because I want them. I need the edges out. So I'm going to feed it back round. So I've got that a little bit out of line. Doesn't matter. Don't panic about it. When it's baked, it'll all work. And actually, when it is baked, it's a much more stable pastry as well. So you'll be able to sort of pick it up.
What line in the tin?
No. Never had these stick.
No, I was just wondering.
There's so much butter in them. We are going to do a quick bake. All right, so I need to sort of find some extra for over here. Let's bring that down. Let's stick this on. Just stuck it on bake function to start with. It'll be preheated in a couple of minutes. Now I'm just trying to squeeze some extra into this corner. So I've got it round the edge, round the, again, about 90% of it. Okay, so we got that. Right, I'll just let that heat up. When are you going to open your first low carb supermarket? Oh, look, just found a piece. That fits perfectly there. Excellent. Yeah, I mean, online, it's already there. Problem with the fixed unit supermarket is that not everyone can get to it. So, it's a bit like the restaurants, Jason, as well. Having a restaurant. You'd need a massive chain to be able to cover the whole of the UK. It's interesting. It's a loo roll. Little logs of goat cheese. Getting. Oh, is that Groot? I can see. Yeah, Groot. Yeah, sorry. There's a loo roll behind Groot. There's Groot. We've got them all. Oh, we've got a few of them. We got Iron Man up there. Got Hulk up there, and
Louis got Black
Panther. So those two are Ella's. They're obviously our little phone holders. He's sometimes holding a cookbook as well. And Hulk is bigger, so he holds a sign, it's a Father's Day sign. Yes, anyway, little logs of goat cheese, which I'm going to cut them up and scatter it sort of through the quiche. That's the word I'm looking for. Right, there you go. I mean, I've stuck it in already, but it's already preheated. What does that take? Just a couple of minutes. I'm just going to cook that for a few minutes. We'll just get some of this going. So I'm going to do a filling of goat's cheese, asparagus, leeks, and a few cherry tomatoes. So I'm just going to saute the leek and the asparagus off. Use spring onions. In fact, I was going to, but ran out. Actually, they'd be quite nice as they are. Eggs. How many eggs going in this?
8.
I'm going to go with 6 to start with. I don't think 8's going to be too much for it. I suppose if I put set, I can pour them in. Save the eggs. All right. Creme fraiche or sour cream?
I didn't actually add any into the thing because of the goat cheese on top.
Okay. Oh, you know how Ross won't like that. Ross won't like that.
I opened the tub of ricotta a couple of days ago. I don't know if it's working then.
No. Right, so up to you. If you wanted to add a little bit of extra creaminess, then Bit of sour cream, bit of creme fraiche works in there. Because of the goat cheese and keeping it sort of a little bit less rich for Ella, we're not going to. Hi Jane. Where's the hand blender?
I've never used it. I don't know.
Interesting. Okay.
In the cut before maybe?
No, just look. Hi Chris. Oh wow. Okay. No. Oh well. During the kitchen refit, we've managed to lose the blade part of that. It's only me that really uses it. So they're sauteed, they're done. Beautiful. Right, okay, so no, you can't see, but I'll show you. That's been in for what, maybe 5 minutes, just as a quick blind bake. And you've got a nice golden pastry, and it's just got a little bit crispy. So let's get everything else in. Is this all I'm doing?
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. All right, so I've layered the leeks on the bottom. This makes for a great video, doesn't it, watching my back? Let's have the ghost. I'll tell you what, let me bring it over here. We can keep it warm. Let's have the goat cheese in next. I'm going to do it in little cubes scattered throughout. Just over 100 grams here. I'm not, well, I suppose I might just nibble the other extra 20 grams.
Okay. I thought you were doing it on top, but I like the flavour.
It's gonna, it would all sink anyway. So you might as well arrange it.
But you have like little patches of cheesiness.
Yeah, cheesiness. I think we can all agree that's about 20 grams, yeah? And as if by magic, look at that. Any cheese you want. Manchego. But I'd grate it. I wouldn't put whole chunks in like this. I'll let you off. It's perfect.
Is that 8 in there?
That's 8 in there. Right. 20 minutes. Thanks. And that's done. Getting your fingers in without burning. It's really straightforward though, isn't it, Kat? Pastry is the only difficult bit. You just have to accept the fact that it won't roll out and you won't be able to pick it up and you won't be able to sort of like, just fold it over. However, do the majority of the dish that you're using and then just patchwork. Once it's baked, it all bakes in together. You don't notice that it's been patchwork, and it doesn't really matter because it's underneath the rest of the quiche. So that's it. That's me done. By me, 34 minutes. That's got to be a record. Go on, you got that 1 minute. Who's got a question? What's wrong with you lot on goat cheese? It's great. Goat cheese is just stunning. And actually, I bought 2 wheels. I wasn't sure how much of this. Thanks, Chris. Ella. Guess what? I forgot.
Oh.
I was only putting a few in anyway, Chris. I'll just put them on top. See, that's how I managed to finish early. I forgot the cherry tomatoes. It's going to look so much better now as well, Chris, with that. All that colour. Yeah. Right, for that, Chris, I'll save you a piece. However, it'll be gone by tomorrow. Right, well, I'll go now. Now I've completed the recipe, or completely messed it up, some might say. Thank you very much. I shall see you all later in the week. I have no idea who's doing what and when.
We're doing Q&A on Friday.
We've got a Q&A Friday at 6:30. They're always fun.
I'm making soda bread tomorrow. Michelle is doing... Oh, her curly fries that she did when she was here. And then I'm making chocolate on Saturday.
Okay.
And you're doing smothered chicken on Sunday.
Nice.
Get that, I remembered all of it.
Right. That'll be us done then. So we'll see you members, see you tonight, book club, and for those that are not in book club, we'll see you at Resistance Bands in the morning, 8:30. Don't be late. Right. See you later, folks.